I've had this jacket in inventory for so long. Wait. It is so good.
Got it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do a Depop and talk. I feel like yapping today, so I was like, this is the perfect day to do a Depop and talk hair check. Today I'll do like a compilation of all the hair growth, and I'll be like, oh my hair is getting so long, and realistically it's grown like probably like this much in like 4 years. Being blonde is so tough, okay? A fake blonde. Anyways, we are getting into this video. I do have some things to chat about. I just need to remember. The brain power needs to clock in. But let's put on our first little fit. I do have so much to try to get through today, so hopefully it's a long video and just a lot of try on stuff for you guys. Of course, you guys saw like my last trip to the thrift. If you haven't saw my last trip to the thrift, then you will be getting a little sneak peek of like the try on of some of the things that I got. So many people have been asking about this little skirt. So it's like slits on both sides and then it's like a skirt inside. So I'm going to put this on. This is actually so sick. Look at the side. The sickest coat that I got yesterday at the thrift, which I'm gonna put with this in a second after we shoot this one. How's everybody doing? It's literally -30 here today. Like, I don't know if you guys can even, I mean, if you live in a cold state, then you can imagine, but it's actually so cold here. I actually am not happy about it at all. Whenever it gets like this, I'm like, I'm literally living in Florida next year. Maybe with a little purse. I guess we'll start with like a little bit of a life update. So I got back from Romania 3 weeks ago now. I actually went Romania to Florida and then I got home, so about 3 weeks ago now. And I miss it so much. Like, it's also like 10 degrees there. And I feel like, why is it so much warmer there? Like, I didn't expect Romania to not be like the same temperature as Canada for some reason. But, or like Latvia, because it's not even that far. Like, Latvia is like equivalent to how cold it is in Canada. So, in fact, it doesn't even get this cold typically, I swear. Like, I don't know what this year is on, but I'm not happy about it. Honestly, the seasonal depression is so crazy when it's also there's this cold outside. But the one good thing is like I've never been so busy in my life in terms of like I'm trying so hard to keep up with my content, but obviously you guys know like I started a little bit of a coaching job, but it's pretty much done in like 3.5, maybe a month ish if we go like to the absolute finals. So after that I'll be like back to like regular content, like I've been so stressed out. Like I've never been so stressed out in my whole entire life, just because my work is here and that work is an hour away, and it's just really hard to manage everything, especially with the drive. The winter weather has been not very like great. There's been so many snowstorms the last week and a half, so like driving home has been very lengthy. It's been taking so long to get home, and it's also just tough with like I'm trying to get a workout in a day. I'm trying to do like my own work, and then like I also have like 2-3 hours sometimes, like depending, like a 6-hour day of the other job. It's just like I'm doing my absolute best to like manage everything, but it's been so hectic. This coat is insane. The lady at the Valley Village was like, oh my god, like it's giving like Shania Twain, and I'm like, yes, it's literally like a 90s music video. I am literally so obsessed with it. But I got back from Romania like 3 weeks ago, 3.5, like this January has flown by, which I'm so happy about because I'm obviously going back in March. I absolutely loved Romania. I think it's actually so funny because I was so like, honestly my boyfriend could call me a hypocrite because I was like so against going to Romania, and I kind of loved it there. We were in Brasov, which is like a city 3 hours away from the capital, which like that part kind of sucks because it is like a little bit of a distance to go to like the bigger city. But however, I really love our city that we're in. Like, it's really, really nice. So I'm really excited about that. And then when I'm back, I'll be going for like way longer. Like, I was only there 3.5 weeks. Next time I'll be there for like 2.5 months. So I'm really excited about that. Guys, I cannot wait. I go about like the end of March, so that will be exciting. I would love to be in Florida right now because it is so cold here, but obviously with my job that I'm working, I can't just like take off right now. Got this little bag, which honestly, this whole fit is just talking to me. Hello. There is a clasp to do it all the way up. This is such a sick coat. Oh. Is this technically like a hood? Oh, you're joking. This is insane. Guys, look at this jacket. Are you kidding me? The color. So many of you guys are in my comments, in my DMs, like sending me the coats in my last trip to Thrift and being like, you better have gotten them. Unfortunately, I didn't end up getting any of them because like this is the stuff that I have in my stock still right now that like I have so many good things. Like I have so many good things. And although I have to continuously be thrifting, sometimes like the $50 coats are like the definite things that I'm going to pass. Obviously I want to share them with you guys. I want to show them to you guys on video, and if I did end up finding one of a kind things, then I definitely will pick it up. Like if I saw this at the thrift store, obviously the green jacket, it was like the limey green jacket was so good, the Harley was so good, but like $59.99 for those jackets, and it's like I could probably find something similar or just as good on Depop for my bed or print one. Like I picked that up because like it was a decent price. That is freaking one of a kind, like sickening shit, and I had to have it. So I ended up launching my website, and it's kind of like I did a little bit of a soft launch in my trip to the thrift. There's wholesale on there, and there is style bundles on there, like personalized style bundles. If you read in the description of each, it kind of will explain like what is the situation with them. But basically if you buy, there's only so many available, but if you buy one, like it's you and me are like going to like do it together in a sense. Like I mean, you could have the option to be like, no, please just do it for me, like here's my inspo, or like we really like walk through the whole process, especially with the wholesale. Like I'll be sending photos of things and we'll go through that situation. It's also in Canadian dollars, so if you're an American and if you know about the exchange rate that's happening right now, you could also get like a style bundle for a decently good price because the exchange is like insane, or a wholesale bundle as well. So, and if you have like something specific or similar that you're like, I like this part of this bundle or whatever, there is an email attached for you guys to like email questions, concerns, or anything like that. And yeah, I'm hoping to start with that. I'm hoping to get some like actual like individual products onto it, but I designed the whole website by myself, which took a little bit of time, and I'm still like working out some of the like things of like how to use it. I designed it with Wix. Such a fun coat. I basically did the website all by myself. I developed it in the last like few weeks on Wix. It did take a lot of my time. I'm still like trying to figure it out. I don't know if you're a professional in how to build a website on Wix, maybe hit me up. Like listen, I've paid like people multiples of times to like set up a website on Shopify. I cannot understand or figure out Shopify for the life of me. So I gave up on Shopify. Wix, I actually found to be a little bit easier in developing a website. So if you go to my website right now, it will bring you directly, like you can click it and then it will bring you to Depop too, which I thought was pretty handy. It gives you all of the options for shopping, and then there's also like some other like random things that I put on there that I can offer. On another note, let me take photos of this gorgeous jacket. Such a gorgeous color. It's literally so good. So yeah, that's kind of been my life. Oh, it's been my best. This is like mid-January right now. It's the 21st or 22nd. And I've had my best month so far. I've been listing a lot on Depop. It's either that or like I've also been making so much more content on reels, and because when I was in Romania, you guys love the Romanian vlog, okay? It's been the best month on Depop. And you remember how in my last Depop and talk I was like talking about how like they have like the gold, silver, bronze shipper and you have to ship within 3 days or else you get like a flag on your account. As soon as I posted that video, they took that feature down. So hello, whoever's watching from Depop, love you guys so much. If you could also cancel out my Depop fee that I have to pay, the Depop fees, because like I'm Canadian, but like I live in America for half the year. Canadian, American, like Canada's about to be taken over by America. Like, can that be part of like the new presidency? Like, can you just like add that in there a little bit? Like, Canadians no more Depop fee. However, I do think that people are shopping more on my shop now, because I guess when you buy from an American, actually I do know because I've done it, where if you buy from an American, you have to pay like a marketplace fee. So like when you buy from me, you don't have to pay a marketplace fee, because I'm paying the fee. That's why people are like buying from me more, because they're like, damn, no fee, okay, add to cart. I guess, you know, since Canada's gonna be American now, this is very fitting. Canadians are not happy that America is gonna take over Canada. And there's some things my dad says like not good, because like school shootings and like if you get drafted you have to go to war and like stuff, but like all I'm thinking about is like, woo, the thrifting. I can live in Florida all year round, no taxes. If I lived in Florida, I wouldn't have to pay taxes. That's enough that's my take on the political situation right now. We have our own situation going on in Canada, which I don't think is that great either. But I don't know enough about Canadian politics. I feel like I know more about like what's happening in America than I actually know about our Canadian politics. But I also know that like our prime minister also just like, he was like, no more, bye, peace. And I think that Canada is not in a great spot. Yeah, anyways, so I guess since we're gonna be is it 51 states? How many states do you guys have? 50? So we'd be the 51st state. Oh, America. I am gonna get canceled. I need to stop. I feel like every time I have to show you guys like a little trinket that I thrifted, and last time it was like that hamburger, which I'm also gonna put up on Depop. I actually photographed it, and somebody, I think you guys said it's an ashtray. It has like that little thing, which is like so cool. And if I just made that up, but I swear I saw a comment about that, and I might have just made that up. But I saw this mug. It says, mirror, mirror on the wall, make him rich and make him tall. Are you kidding me? Yes, queens. I'm 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2. Of course, you guys know I just absolutely adore stripes anything, but I layered this. This is so like elementary school. Like, this is what I wore to elementary school. But this is so cute. And it has a little hood. Are you joking? This sweater is so good. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. Yes. I don't know if I should keep this. Honestly, I did buy it with the intention of keeping it, because I don't really have that many great sweaters at the moment. And I love her. It's so cute. Of course, it would not be a Depop session at the moment without adding a new leather jacket, especially black. Selling like hotcakes on a Tuesday. Do people even... Actually, I had protein pancakes today, so... kind of. Anyways, I wanted to talk about something that's like very, very depressing. My baby, my child, my Louis, you guys know I have a French bulldog. He is 7 years old. He's been here with us on this journey since I started 7 years ago, 8 years ago. He's been with me. Gentle. And that is like my soul dog. Like, he is the best dog. I know people say that about like their own dogs all the time, but like he is my heart and soul. Like, and he was diagnosed with IVDD about a month ago, which basically dogs who are like long backed, short legs, their like spine is like imploding a little bit. I don't really know how to exactly describe it, but it's not good, and it can go from like stage 1 to stage 5 within like an hour, and it's like really, really, really not good. And like dogs can lose all their feeling in their legs, basically. Yeah, so I've been dealing with that a lot, and it's honestly just the saddest thing ever, because I just love him so much. So he's been on medication. It actually happened when we were in Florida. I had landed from Romania, and he had this episode the day before. My parents had taken him to the vet, and they took really good care of him. Obviously, they take great care of him. And when I got to Florida, I'm so happy that I actually went to Florida, because if this happened and I was in Romania, or if I was here, like I literally would have had a literal panic attack. So I landed in Florida and I was with him for the 5 days that he was kind of like getting over his spell. He had some episodes in the past similar. I had taken him to the vet here, and the vet was like, no, nothing's wrong with him. They did an x-ray. I spent like $500 on a freaking x-ray, and I knew this was happening like a year ago, and because I had also like went on TikTok and tried to Google his symptoms, as we do for everything, and I brought him there, and I was like, I think it's this IVD thing. I have also like a relative whose French bulldog went through the same thing, and I was like, I literally think it's this, and the vet reassured me it's not. We went to the vet in the US, which honestly so much cheaper for everything. Even with the exchange rate, like it would have been like $3,000 to $5,000 here, and it was 700 USD there. Everything in Canada is like 10 times more expensive, but they did everything, x-rays, like did tests, ran a bunch of blood tests, ran a bunch of different things, and like they figured out the whole thing. He has IVDD, so he's on crate rest. He's doing like a trillion times better. Like he's like a new dog. Like I could just tell, you know when you can just tell that your dog is off? Well, for the last few years he was off, and I could tell, or last year at least, I could tell, and I'm like, what is wrong with him? He's like a new dog, but he's still on a crate rest right now for, they say like from 6 weeks to 2 months, so we're gonna do the full 2 months. The one good thing about Louis is he's not an over hyper active dog anyways, so putting him on crate rest and like having him, he's not going crazy anyway, so he's like probably one of the best dogs to get something like this. Like if you have a crazy dog, I don't know how you would even crate rest a dog like that. Like, so he's feeling so much better. I'm so happy. So yeah, he's still on a little bit of meds. It's been a month since it happened, and he's feeling better, but I mean, he looks better, he seems better, he's like more like alive and like happy and stuff. So prayers up for my little Lou. Speaking of TikTok, I guess you guys like, the Americans got it banned for like not even 12 hours. Honestly, you guys look a little silly. The creators look a little silly with the dramatic effects. I can relate in a sense of like, if YouTube was to go, like I would be pretty butthurt about everything. It did look super dramatic considering it came back in 12 hours. I literally think it's because like apparently there was like an influx of like 911 calls in the US. I'm like, y'all, you just give them the app back. Give them the app back. And I saw one TikTok of a girl say like, how did you guys find out TikTok was back? I was literally out for lunch or something, and somebody like stood up and announced it to like the whole place. I was like, is this what we've come to? Is this literally what we have come to? Denim maxi skirt. This kid's top is so small, but it just like, it works for like showing the outfit, you know? But yeah, the TikTok ban, I think it was like not even 12 hours. The For You page got a little crazy. Obviously, the thing about being in North America, all that you see is like American TikTokers, even if you're in Canada. Whereas when you're in Europe, like when I'm in Europe, all I will see is like basically the European countries. Like For You page is basically like a lot of like, if I was in Romania, it's a lot of like Romanians. So the ability that you have to grow is a lot stronger when you are not like being infiltrated by the Americans. And that's why like when I do go to Europe, like my TikToks do so much better, because I'm getting onto the For You page of like that specific country, and they see like, oh, American speaking girl, or like whatever. Especially when I was in Latvia, like things were thriving because like all of the Latvians were seeing me on their For You page. Whereas Canadians, like we get like kind of ripped off in a sense, because like we have like like it's not terrible, like there are definitely some big Canadian creators, but I think if like the Americans were to go, you would see the big Canadian creators like so much more. And like I think that's where we get like ripped off a little bit, because when the Americans were gone for like the 12 hours that they were gone, like I was seeing like all these like really cool Canadian creators where it's like, I've never seen you before on my For You page. And I literally think it's because like we kind of get lumped in to the American creators. So yeah, also I was getting so many like French speaking. Honestly, the whole For You page was just like Canadians making fun of Americans, because I think everybody feels the same, where it's like our For You page is literally just Americans. And like when I'm in Europe, yeah, I do see some Americans, like some of like the viral things going, but like you don't discover anybody new. And then when you're like over there, so yeah, that was kind of like interesting. I would have liked to see it for like last at least like a week, just to see like what happens just in terms of like content. If you were to post, like, do you get less views, do you get more views? Especially me, like I know I have a lot of American followers, like I love you guys. Like I don't find TikTok to be like my most important platform. I'm really bad at it. I don't post enough on it too, so for me it would have just been like a testing moment. But I guess it's like it's extended. It's not technically not going to be banned, but it's extended for like 90 more days for somebody to buy it. I don't know, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories about like Meta buying it, but I don't know. My For You page seems to be like the exact same, so I don't know. I would miss like American TikTokers. Like I feel like I love watching like American like mukbangs. Like please, your food is always like, the fast food is so good all the time. We have like the same fast food, it's just like we don't have the same chemicals as you guys in America, so like it never tastes the same. Obviously still pulling out some of the stuff that I got in Romania to list. This is just such a good European top. The amount of people who messaged me about the Save the Queen top, I didn't list it because I was going to keep it. This is when, you know, people steal, like when, or like they're ripping off tags and sticking them in here. I guess they're like switching tags. No judgment, because Value Village is expensive. The amount of people that asked me about the Save the Queen top, and I did end up selling it to Tia. Shout out Tia. Tia is like one of my best customers on Depop. I feel like I need to give her a shout out. She's the best. Shout out to you, Tia. I'm gonna sell it, but I sold it to Tia because she's a real one. So I ended up selling it. It is such an iconic top. So it's giving me the same vibes though, honestly, as Save the Queen. I do collect quite a bit of Save the Queen tops, but it's so hard for me to let them go because I want to have like a large collection. Like Save the Queen. I like to collect Parizuko. I like Betsy Johnson as well, but I do tend to like sell pieces as well. Should I do like a Valentine's Day drop? I did a Valentine's Day drop like so long ago. I think it was like in 2020, and I just did like a whole drop of like pink stuff and like red, and like it was also like super cute. I'm like, should I do another Valentine's Day drop, put together like a bunch of like cutesy pieces? I also am so excited to eventually do a style video for you guys. I just have not had any time in the last few weeks with commuting back and forth, or just not being where I need to be. Maybe I can kind of try to do something tomorrow. This Depop and Talk segment has truly been a lifesaver for me, because I think like obviously it's not getting like the views that like a vlog or a trip to the thrift or anything, but like I know that I'm gonna get like the 5,000 to 8,000 of you guys that watch my videos. And it's not that it's like easy, because it's still like me trying to figure out what I'm gonna talk about for a whole entire hour, which is actually harder than you think because it's only me. So like I don't want to touch topics that are like too touchy, and then I also don't have anybody else to bounce off of, which is like maybe in 2025 I will have a co-host to like bounce off of things, but I think I'm just gonna keep it casual for the most part. But the best part about this is like TikTokers have it the easiest, okay? They set up their phone, they do a 15-second video, you can make like 40 of them a day, and you can stay relevant doing that, because it's like it takes, not saying that it takes no effort, because there is like effort towards it, but really TikTok has become so super casual. So you can really just be posting your opinions all day, and like you would gain traction on some videos because of it. YouTube, you know how long it actually takes to like film? If you make YouTube videos, it's so long to film, edit, think of videos, do the whole content, like keep people engaged, like try to find people to come to the algorithm, like come to your videos, watch your videos. Like we low-key have it the hardest. So our cop-out as YouTubers has been podcasts. Like how do you think podcasts really came about? It's like the easy way of creating content in a sense without doing too much. Like when you have to film a full vlog, you have to think about like what you're doing throughout the week and like keep things entertaining. A podcast, you can really just like chit chat with your boys or your girls and like kind of cut it up and like maybe not even cut it up, which is like you don't have to edit it that much, you just have to like play it through for an hour, where like when you're doing like editing vlogs it takes a lot of time. Or like doing a thrift haul or trip to thrift is actually like not that hard for me to edit because I really don't cut very much. That's also another good cop-out video for me, and you guys love it, so it's like best of both worlds. These videos are also like my version of a podcast, so it's like if I need content up, we're filming one of these bitches because I know I can nail it out in a day. It's not going to take too much time to edit, like I don't cut too much out, and I get some work done. So it's like kind of like I'm touching on a couple things at once, which is really, really good. Even if you guys don't like to hear me talk, you guys get the visual of the try on. They're probably some of the skinniest jeans that I've put on my body in so long. I kind of like them though. They're like vintage Blue Note. Look at these. I think they're BB, like Y2K jeans. I'm trying to put some more jeans on because I get so bad with, I'll take photos of jeans and then I will not list them for some reason. So I'm trying to make sure I get some jeans on because I have so many right now. Maybe the start of the Valentine's Day drop. I actually really like these. Maybe I should. I love the sneaker wedges. Okay, sunshine, come through for me. Now this is a Melly Mel fit. This tap out shirt and these Buffalo David Bitten pants are so good. Okay, sunshine. I love a good pair of like Y2K cargos. Look at the detailing. So good. With these shoes too. I didn't even show you guys them, but they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Look at this vintage gown that I found.
Orange one and the green one. You just have one that's your favorite color, and you put stickers on it. You take your watch off in the middle of the day, and you attach it to your Stanley Cup, and it's like truly a utilitarian, like fully functional and a blush on. Or when I have, you know, like highlighter on my little nose and in the little corners of my eye. And always love that. So, and I feel like, you know, I have the dark circles under my eyes. I'm not gonna be able to get it. Luckily, I think if you buy something polka dot now, you'll be able to wear it forever. Because I do think that polka dots are very timeless. But I do think, we might get a little bit bored of polka dots by the if they do fully come back to the extent that I think they will. But a mole on their lip or have a birthmark on their lip, these things are going to be really celebrated. And at times, it's not going to be in like a Halloween costume. Does that make sense? Because if you were to Google 1960s mod, you see that when I close my eyes and think about what version of mode is going to come back in 2025, I think of the glasses with the tape wrapped around the center. Not necessarily fashionable, not necessarily sleeves. Blue and white stripe, not a cool aesthetic, okay? Red and white stripe, thick, chunky, high quality, muted. I think that dressing exactly like a certain time period, you always kind of do and kind of your own, I think that's probably the designer will happen. I think if you listen to my last episode about what I think is in and out for 2025, I talked about who cares, you know, like wearing designer things that are clearly designer on this episode of Anything Goes, to let you know that this episode of Anything Goes is presented by Amazon. Getting sick, it's almost as bad as the sickness itself. Amazon One medical arc, they're just not exciting to people, and I've been hearing that in some big budget projects that have been incredible. I mean, big budget industry projects is, you know, the culture being obsessed with work-life balance.
Did decide to clean this area up a little bit. Just, you know, it was bothering me with all the amount of mess. So this looks 10 times better. And this little thing. Okay, so I was at the thrift yesterday and I found this dress. It is hand embroidered. It's by the brand Needle and Thread. It is a little bit long. Like I would have to get it like, not long, but just the straps are a little bit big. How gorgeous is this? It was $30. It's like a $400 dress. And I just wanted to show you guys. I'm not sure I'm gonna sell this. I think that this is gorgeous. But like for a bride, it's a pantsuit. Oh my goodness. Wait, this is so like Lizzie McGuire. Maybe like Raven Baxter, and it has like the necktie. Wait, they don't love me like I love you. Look at this. I'm obsessed. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It is still so cold here, so I'm not gonna switch over to doing spring stuff for another like month. And also it's just so cold all over the world, so I'll probably keep doing coats and jackets for another month or two, and then I'll like switch over and like sweaters. It's so cold. I know, no, like unless you're going on vacation, that's the thing, is like finding a happy medium with when people are going on vacation. It's like probably January, February, March. So I also want to like start to get a little bit of like vacation stuff, like maybe like a full vacation drop would be good. A lot of like, I sold like 4 coats last night, like coats. Thrifted the most gorgeous like burnt orange trench coat yesterday. Look at it, vintage and all, but the fit is just like, I've been obviously loving this like burnt orange color right now. It's so funny how my styles just like, it depends on how I'm feeling. This year I think like you can dress with anything, like anything goes at this point, because just TikTok has, I feel like, opened everybody's eyes to like fashion. Like when I used to just like wear my outfits, people around me would be like, what the hell, like what are you doing? Like this is the one thing I can absolutely thank TikTok for, is yeah, it's like made my style like, or like dressing like fashion wise like normal in a sense, where like I used to go out and people would be like, if you're not wearing just like some basic stuff from the mall, people would be like, what the hell are you wearing? And now it's like my style, or like our style, because if you're watching this you probably have similar styles. It's become like so much more normalized. So I think that's like one of the good things about TikTok, is like it's really expanded everybody's horizons in the fashion industry, and like what you can wear, and like, I mean, we've all always worn what we wanted to wear. Also this color with like this hair color right now, iconic. I was thinking about going a little darker with my hair, which like still blonde but just like a little bit more low lights, which I think is the next move. I have been going like darker and darker, like a darker blonde, less like bam blonde, which I do think it goes with my complexion so much better. The other thing about these jackets, I actually have quite a few. You know what I was thinking is like, I always say I'm going to take on a project and I don't, but if for those of you who have more time than me, like I thought you could like DIY like fur, go to the fabric store and grab some fur and put it on the collar, even on the sleeves, like if you are any good at like, you know, doing that kind of stuff, and like have like the cutest little penny lane coat too. What y'all know about a suede vintage jacquard? Oh my goodness, this color with this blue. No, the hat though, sometimes I picked so many of these hats up when I was in Europe, but I like never got to listing them because when I came back it was like not winter last year, and so I kind of just put them all away. But like this hat and the jacket, a couple little bags to go. This one is leather. I got this one in Europe last year too. I love this sweater, especially with this belt. I just can't wait. I could see that there's a stain here, but now I don't see that there's a stain. So another really cutie belt. I feel like this is the perfect like winter to spring, like transitional piece. I love a white leather coat. Getting so many questions about my workout routine again, and honestly those questions went away for a while, so thank God, because I have switched up my routine a lot post pandemic, post being in school and playing varsity basketball. Like obviously I was fit because I was working out every day, like super heavily lifting heavy, cardio heavy, everything was heavy. I was skinny, I was 120 pounds. And reality hit, and like I stopped playing. I had to really figure everything out on my own. And honestly, somebody who's never not ate like literally anything they wanted, basically for their whole entire life, because of playing sport, I had to make some adjustments. I honestly had no idea about food and nutrition. That was like something that TikTok was so beneficial about, was the food and nutrition of it all. And then I also, in this past year, found yoga. So what actually got me back into my fitness journey was just lifting. I started lifting again, and I think I lost like the immediate like 10 pounds that I gained in COVID just from like lifting and cardio and like just being consistent going every day, and that was like 6 months. Then I got back down to like 120. I was like a good 140 in COVID, and like whoosh, going from 120, I'd say 123 to 25. I had a lot of muscle because I was playing sport. So going from that to like 140 was like a good like 10-12 pounds. I was like, ooh. Oh, and I was like super inflamed and puffy and stuff. There was a lot going on, I think, with my gut health. So a lot of it was like figuring out my gut health. And then I just went back to the gym and like did a lot of walking. I did a lot of like cardio mixed with weights and just lifting. But I got bored and I could not get rid of what felt like the last like 5 pounds that I was trying to get. And I know that sounds so like superficial, like, oh, she can't lose her like last 5 pounds, but like no matter what I was doing, like I was eating super clean, and like I just like couldn't lose those 5 pounds. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Side note, this Michael Kors purse is so good. I am keeping it because there is like a stain. Like I don't think I'll sell it like this unless, but you don't see it, right? Like it's like on the inside, so it's like not the biggest deal, but I love the gold.
And then on the other hand, you know, my current reality is very different, and I also, because they're good at any particular thing, but just because for whatever reason there's something about them that makes $1,000 bottle of champagne that you're drinking, like I don't want to fucking see that anymore. I'm exhausted and I'm, you know, working really. We see what famous people are doing all day long. We go to the bathroom in the middle of the workday, for example, we open the phone, we're scrolling, we're seeing who's on vacation, we're seeing, you know, what somebody just bought at the store, like we're seeing it constantly. I don't even know. I can't even make fun of myself right now, I'm not the good. But you get the idea. And every celebrity and famous person is also starting a company if they weren't famous for being in. We tear them down to the ground too. And this process continues over and over again for the remainder of time, leaving celebrity culture and fame to be sort of this terrifying hamster for the remainder of time. There will always be celebrities, but I think in this scenario, it's not going to hold the same weight. You know, it'll never hold the same weight again. The magic of Hollywood will never recover. We will still have musical albums, movies, maybe even certain personalities that we return to time and time.
I think I'm gonna do another coat. This coat. I love this red trench coat. I feel like it's like such a statement. It's giving Pretty Little Liars. But like I love this trench coat. Do you see the vision? I was lifting and I was like doing cardio, but I literally got so bored of doing the same kind of workouts. And honestly, the fact of the matter is that like just doing the same things consistently will get you into shape and like eating right. But I felt like I still wasn't like getting to my goals, and I was like, obviously I need to like pump it up a little bit more. I just like wasn't pushing myself anymore when I got to a point. So my friend Kristen, shout out Kristen, she like brought me to her like hot yoga class with weights. Basically this lady changed my life. Her name is Martha, and so it's basically like a core, I feel like if you guys do like core power or even like a HIIT workout, that's basically what it is. It's a lot of like, it's a lot of that, and it's not like so much like yoga. There is some yoga elements into it, but it's like pushing you harder, and like the sweat that I get from it is like incredible. ClassPass definitely is the best cities at the moment, so it just like makes sense for me workout wise. I think I will go back to doing this like yoga class with weights, and also like just like going to the gym. I've just like not had a lot of time to do both. So lately I've just been doing like yoga 3 times a week, or bar. I started to incorporate like a bar class on top of my yogas because it's a little bit lighter of a workout, but it's very like small movements, and I like kind of like it. It's like very like ballet-esque, and I'm like, I feel like this is more challenging in different aspects. But the like yoga with weights, like I sweat so much, it's actually genuinely a hard workout. Here's the thing, I've done a ton of ClassPass classes now. Most of the time the classes are not great. Like not to say like be an asshole, but like half the time it's not like actually pushing you, and like I need to be pushed, and like I need to be like, I need it to be a good workout. Like if I'm not drenched in sweat, obviously any workout is a good workout, but for me personally, if I'm not drenched in sweat, like I don't feel like I had a good workout. So I really started to do this yoga, and I love it. Yesterday I went thrifting. Why am I saying it like I don't go every day? Yesterday I went thrifting, and guys, I found the most CUNTY D&G skirt. Look at this little mini. Okay, wait, this is kind of a fit. Imagine this like layered on top of this. This is really doing it for me though. This is the other skirt. I was gonna wear this with this. The sweater just like goes with everything, honestly. Like I know people probably are over it, but I feel like wearing it like with a skirt like this just elevates it, and like we get more wears. We get more wears because you can wear it comfy, cozy, and you can wear it a little more dressed up. I just took a little lunch break. Gross out. Like it's not a nice day, unfortunately. So I'm gonna try to take some more photos. We'll see how these turn out. Sometimes they're like okay, and sometimes they don't look so good. But I do want to talk to you guys about one more thing. The skirt is also super cute. It's only 1 o'clock, so I technically can take photos for another few hours. Is this sweater not giving like Scooby-Doo? Do you guys remember? Is it blue or is it green? I feel like it's giving me Scooby-Doo. No, not Scooby-Doo. Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues. Is it not? It's so cute though. I don't know if I want this with dark jeans though. Maybe the dark jeans. But the reason I want to put this on anyways is because I want to take a photo of this gorgeous like vintage aviator jacket that I found. And I just feel like, yes. So good. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. What? Stop it. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was my like 2025 resolutions. I feel like I hate a New Year's resolution, and it's February, okay? It is February, but sometimes you just need to start, and it doesn't have to be a new year. I need to start budgeting like really badly. So yeah, I went through my finances today after I had a really good month, and I'm like, where'd all the money go? So I had to like really deep dive on my like app. I feel like a lot of our bank apps have this thing where like you can break down like where the money has gone, okay? Yeah, because poof, bang, gone. Life is so expensive these days, especially if you live in Canada. It's like, it's so expensive here. So I really had to like sit down and like, yeah, so for February, we're not eating. That's what I like. Shopping's not going. So the eating has to go. It's either eating or gas, and I have to get to the thrift store, so the eating is gone. Like the groceries are gone. Like we're not doing that anymore. I do have to try to be better. The thing is with like this, I'm living between two different places, so I'm on the road so often right now. So it's just so easy right now for me to like stop in at the grocery store, pick something up for dinner, in terms of like I'll eat at their hot bar if I'm like, okay, can't really eat fast food to the 9 time this week. So I spent so much money on like food this, because I'd also go to the grocery store being like, I need to cook this week, and then the food would like not go bad, and then I got to the point where like I'm not even grocery shopping anymore, like I'm just gonna eat out, food's going to waste. So I need to, come February, so tomorrow I need to start to think about my budget and my plan for 2025. Everything that I'm spending money on, unfortunately, it feels like it's an essential, and I know that you're gonna be like, okay, like what are you really spending money on? And I'm like, no, like literally gas, groceries, rent, literally gas, groceries, rent, and then like obviously shipping and shopping. Like shopping, when I say shopping, I truly, like, I don't shop, I thrift to basically sell, or I thrift for myself, yes, but like not to like a crazy extent where I'm like buying a lot of stuff for myself, but I'm shopping inventory on a monthly basis, and that's kind of a non-negotiable because it keeps my business going. And then shipping obviously is like 2 to 3 grand a month, so that's also keeping my business going. Like all these things are like non-negotiable. So all that I have concluded is that I need to like sell more, and I need to push more content out. Also like my gym membership, like there's certain things where it's like I've cut out like basically my hair, I do press-ons, I stopped doing a lot of beauty stuff. It looks so good, even done up. I'm obsessed. Actually, it looks better done up. So that's kind of like what I did in 2024. Okay, not me, like, get changed. Cute. When I'm in like a certain mood, I just go with the certain mood. So we're doing some browns right now. But in 2024, I like realized I had to like make cuts and things that like I don't care about as much. Like I like clothes. I had to put things against each other. I like clothes more than getting my nails done, essentially. So the nails were kind of going. In 2023 is when I like stopped getting lash extensions. I also stopped like being platinum, getting my hair done every like 6 weeks, which honestly I feel like the platinum kind of like started to go out of style anyways. So I mean, I love a platinum blonde, but like it's maintenance. So I kind of like was like, you know what, let's just do this grown out blonde anyways. And so that was kind of like my take on like beauty things. I also like started waxing myself. I started just do things like press on nails, like things myself a little bit more, just to save a little bit extra there so that I can do things that I want to do in terms of like shopping and thrifting. I really have been finding such good jackets. This, like, I feel like a lot of us here, we're grown, we're working women, we're working ladies, and like this is the type of coat that is just like so perfect when you're going to the office. Honestly, it could be a night out too, but like it's just so good. And the color, there's also like the stitching, the chocolate brown. I actually been finding such good coats, and typically like this time of year I didn't think I'd be finding such good coats because I thought people would be hunting. It's so cold here still, like it's crazy. I don't know how cold it is where you guys are. Budget, I like did so well last year. Honestly, I did really well in terms of my budget and just like sticking to the plan a little bit with like, I also stopped ordering Uber Eats. A few things got away from me the last couple months. I started getting my nails done and I started ordering a lot of food again, and I need to do that. But that's when it's like I'm also just so busy. Like when you're so busy, it's so much harder to like find the balance of like cooking and stuff. Today, like the real gym, like I've been doing my like hot yoga classes, which I love, and I'm gonna consistently still do those like once or twice a week, probably twice a week, and then also go to the gym like twice a week, so 4 or 5 times. I will still work out, but like, the issue with the job that I have taken on is that I don't have the time to make the classes. The class schedule doesn't fit exactly when I like it's always the same time, and it bothers me so much. So I've had to kind of go back to going to the regular gym at least for the next like month or so. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. I stopped my gym membership for a month, the last month, which I should have just stopped it for the last 6 months because I really wasn't going very much, but I like the option. I like to have the option. Just trying to find little ways. And I think that like if you guys have any advice, I'm sure the people in the comments would love to know. Okay, TikTok I think has helped a lot in terms of our recipes and saving money hacks like that. Also like eating leftovers and cooking. Like it's really like TikTok is up my cooking game because I actually have learned how to cook. But my average for spending money on groceries as a single human living alone is about $400. Let me know, Canadian, let me know if that's about the same for you, if you live alone, if you're on your ones. It's $100 a week. The issue is the $500 that I'm also ordering or going out to eat. That's where the issue lies. And actually it's not like it's fine dining, okay? It's Subway, it's McDonald's, it's Chick-fil-A. But like at the end of the day, that's like eating out twice a week or ordering Uber Eats twice a week. Also, I go to like the sandwich bar. Like I eat healthy fast food at the same time, so I feel like those are also more expensive. Just everything in terms of living in Canada is more expensive. That I can definitely maybe bring down to $300. I'm not gonna cut anything cold turkey, okay? I'm not that hard done by, like I don't, but I'm just trying to, like, the economy's a little shaky right now. We don't know what's happening. Keeping on the chocolate brown train. The one good thing about running your own business though is that when I do pay taxes, which is also another fucking massive amount of money come May, the gas that I was talking about can be a write-off. So essentially good and bad in some senses, but obviously everything's a little bit intense right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen with our prices because of these tariffs that the US is gonna implement on us. Maybe, I don't know, this economy is a little bit crazy. If we do go into a recession though, like, does that mean that I can maybe eventually buy a house? Like, is the average price for a house here not gonna be $1.8 million? Let's do it! I don't know. I actually don't think that's how it works. Actually, I think that's actually how it worked, because I think that the last time that happened was like 2007 or something. Guys, I did not pay attention in economics history. Oh god. Either or. History, economics, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I'm making myself sound really stupid right now, and you know, that's just the coffee speaking, okay? My goal for 2025 is to like keep up with I got a little bit January, December, like I kind of just like allowed myself a little bit in November too, because I was like, it's Christmas, like I'm going to go see my man, like like I'm kind of traveling. I went Florida, and then I went to Latvia, no, not Romania, and then I went to Florida again. So I'm like, you know what, the dollar is so bad, so a trip that's like usually like $1,000 to Florida, because like I have a place to stay there, so I don't really have to pay for anything, is like now like $3 because of the food and the car and the dollar, and everything is like, you pay like $10, you look at your account and it's like 30, and I'm like, oh, that coffee was not worth the $10. So that's also some things to take into consideration. But yeah, those are like my goals for 2025, is to keep with my budgeting. So on my app, on my like bank app, I was able to like set budgets, and it will like remind me when I'm getting close to the budget, and I'm glad it's February 1st. So this month I'm starting fresh, I'm starting clean, you know. January was a flop, it was a fail on my end, so we're gonna give it a do-over. And that's the best part about life, is like sometimes you just get a do-over. And I've been listening to so many Mel Robbins podcasts recently. I've been doing her like 5-second wake up rule. She's talking a lot about budgeting and like her life and like all of money, and like she has some really cool people in there on her podcast, and she is somebody to start listening to if you want to start like elevating your life in one way or another. And yeah, so I've been taking her advice with certain things and trying her money methods, money saving habits. YouTube videos, okay? 2024 YouTube videos were a flop, okay? Once every 2 weeks. Not doing it for you guys, not cutting it for you guys. I know that because I see the comments. I see you guys getting a little irritated. Hello, Melissa, you don't post one video every 2-3 weeks. I see it. We're gonna fix that. In 2025, we're gonna continue to wear leopard print, even though people are saying that it's out of style. Leopard print is a staple and doesn't go out of style. It's a wardrobe essential, and it is timeless. Okay, so don't listen to what people are saying and continue to wear your leopard print. Deadass why I built this here, because I can still have light even when it's gray. And since I built this, I've been selling so much more because I've been able to list more, because I've been able to take photos more, because the lighting is better. Not 1 + 1 = 2. Invest in your set, okay? 2025, invest in your set because it will pay off. It will pay off. Another goal for 2025. I do want to get 2 more panels though, because I want it to be like, if you see in the photos, like you can see, I don't want it to be so tight across. I want it to have like a little bit looking like more textury. That is something that I will be doing next month. So that will be, I have like all of my expenses. That's the other thing that's like can be expensive, is like shipping supplies and stickers and certain things for your business that you don't take into account. This is the things that like people don't understand when it comes into running a business. They just see the profit margin, but they do not see what actually goes into running a business. I would like some new, actually I don't need, I like a new setup for all of my stuff, like organizational wise, and I just want it to be a little bit more consistent. Do I need it? No, but I will. I'm hoping to do that in March, or when I come home from Europe. Maybe that's the plan. Of course we have another black jacket because I sold 2 yesterday and I gotta put more on. Every time I sell one, I'm like, oh, I gotta add another one. And this is a really good one. This is really soft leather. Another goal for 2025 is more markets. I want to do at least 3 markets, 4 markets. I think I did 2 May and I did none for the rest of the summer. I want to do 2 markets. No, 4 markets. I want to do 4 markets. However, I also would either I want to live in Florida in the summer, or I want to live in Edmonton. I don't necessarily want to live here. I'm not against living here completely. I want to live in Florida for consecutive months. After I just told you about how shit the dollar is, I want to live in Florida for a few months, whether that's next year, September, October. Well, not September because that's hurricane season, but I don't know, guys. My life is so up in the air all the time because it's like, where is my boyfriend going next year? Am I going with him? Oh my god, that could get me on a whole other tangent. I found like 3 of my friends this week, 3 people I know, multiples of people who just like went through really, really bad breakups in the last little bit because the man cheated or is just terrible. And I was like, so like, oh, I'm gonna go with him 100%, and now I'm back to I hate men. I'm sitting here, I'm doing my Depop. My boyfriend didn't even do anything. He's like, why are you getting mad at me? I'm like, because this is your gender. This is your gender. Anyways, that's a side note. I feel like this top would be really cute if you like cut out this and like made it off the shoulder. I'm kind of tempted, but I won't. Post more denim jackets. That's also a resolution. I got this Matte and Nat bag the other day. I love the detail. Vegan leather. Love the color. This with like an orange. Okay, I think that I imported the footage and it's like super long, this video. So I think I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed basically this try on thrift haul and like listen to me talk a little bit, Depop and talk, guys. And I'm gonna start vlogging. So can't wait for you guys to see that. I promise I'm gonna start vlogging this week. Bye.